My name is Bridget. I witnessed a murder.
Just get up on the stand, you tell the judge what you saw, and we'll protect you.
You don't get it. Bodaway wants me dead. I'm dead. I ran to my sister, Siobhan, for help. Siobhan killed herself, and I assumed her identity. It was so easy. I saw a way out, and I took it. They all think that I'm her.
Siobhan, I didn't tell you the whole truth about Tyler Barrett. It was an accident.
Remember when Dad took away my trust fund? My mom came up with a plan that she said would change our lives. The first step was finding 2 willing participants, Tessa Banner and Mr. Carpenter.
I believe Daniel Eknath shot you, Mr. Martin. You didn't know that Bridget Kelly had a twin sister. And if Bodaway McCowie believes you're Bridget, you can bet he'll come after you again.
It was an accident, right? Things got out of control. You never meant to kill anyone.
I didn't do it.
Yeah? If you didn't, who did?
Either of you recognize this tarot card?
I'm sorry, it doesn't mean anything to us.
Well, the man who shot you was carrying this.
He jumped in front of the bullet.
FBI, please!
We traced it back to a dry cleaners that's got ties to organized crime. They claim they use these things as some kind of promotion, but they're up to something. Some form of money laundering, maybe a dead drop using the card.
How does Bodaway's henchman fit in?
Daniel Eknath, I don't know yet. We located Eknath's van a few blocks from where his body was discovered. Daniel Eknath was one of Bodaway McCowie's lieutenants. We found a logbook inside. He'd been watching Malcolm Ward. He had the address of Malcolm's hotel, and of Martin Charles, and of this apartment. I think he must have followed Malcolm here, saw him with you, and that's when he mistook you for Bridget. I wish I could tell you you're out of harm's way now that Eknath's dead, but he could have reported back to Bodaway that he found Malcolm and that he thought he found Bridget. Believe me, I'm doing everything in my power to keep you both safe.
And that's supposed to reassure us, is it? Was everything in your power enough to keep Malcolm safe?
Andrew.
No, let's face it. After you convinced Malcolm to testify, he disappeared. Or worse, I've been shot, my wife was nearly killed. How many more people are going to be hurt because of your incompetence?
I've arranged for NYPD to put a couple men outside your apartment and at Andrew's office. I'll be in touch.
Andrew. Andrew. Come on, it's not his fault. The person that attacked me 6 months ago couldn't have been Eknath. He wasn't even in town yet.
Unless Machado's wrong about that, too.
This isn't about me. It's about my sister and the mess that she made. If you want to blame anyone, you blame Bridget.
Hey, I'm not sure why you're not answering my calls, but it's very important that we speak. So please, Tim, call me back.
No luck getting through to Arbogast? What about when Bev dropped the boys off? Did she say anything, give you any reason he's avoiding you?
No.
Henry, we need to get that flash drive. It's the only proof we have that Martin Charles is running a Ponzi scheme.
I know.
What about the boys? You can call Arbogast, tell him they miss him and they want to see him.
I am not using my kids as bait.
Okay, I get it. I'm sorry.
Siobhan, What if we don't get it back? I mean, your whole plan is hinged on one thing, your belief that Andrew wanted you dead. You let your sister take the hit so Andrew would go to jail for her murder. But Andrew just took a bullet for a woman he thought was you. So crazy as it sounds, Bridget and Andrew's marriage, it's working. Now, either Andrew, he never put out that hit in the first place, or he changed his mind. And if he changed his mind, what is our plan? Are we just gonna keep waiting and scheming, banking on an increasingly dim chance that Bridget pisses off Andrew enough for him to try to kill her again?
What exactly are you getting at?
We let Arbogast have the flash drive. We let him blow the whistle on Martin Charles. Andrew will not go to jail for murder, but look at Bernie Madoff. Andrew can still serve life, and you can still reclaim your identity once he's put away. What is holding you back?
You asked me how I've been paying for everything. When I was in Paris, Tyler Barrett helped me set up some dummy accounts at Martin Charles. I've been using those to siphon funds from the company.
This isn't about the money anymore. This is about a life that we can finally start living together. So whatever you have, it'll have to be enough. I will make sure that Arbogast blows the whistle. And then we can start putting all of this behind us. Look, I know that this is not your perfect revenge. Bridget won't die. And I know what she did to you, to us. And I know how hard it is to let go. But if we are going to try to build a life together, we have to try.
Byron, these rumors of instability are completely unfounded. Olivia had been looking to leave for some time now. We've been planning her exit for months. Yes, she was an asset, but her absence has had zero impact on the service we provide. If anything, it's given us a great opportunity to find some fresh blood at the fund. Of course, if you have any more questions, don't hesitate to call. Thanks, Byron.
More investor calls.
Words out about Olivia's departure and my little accident.
Daddy, don't be so Welsh. You can say I got shot. It'll give you street cred.
And another. I'll see you in the car.
Yeah.
See you later. Love you. Tarquin?
What time are you meeting Catherine?
4:30, but you know her, she'll probably be late.
Julia, I really don't like the idea of you being in the same room with her. After everything that she's put you through.
Okay, I know, but I'm doing this for Daddy. The thing about seeing him with a hole in his chest, it kind of makes me want to be the perfect daughter right now.
But it's not too late. We can talk to your dad.
That conversation is the last thing he needs right now.
Rock Springs Police Department, how may I help you?
Yes, Detective Jimmy Kemper, please.
I'm sorry, Detective Kemper is no longer with this department.
So where is he?
They wouldn't tell me. So I went online and I did some research. Jimmy Kemper's in prison for the murders of Mary Curtis and Shailene Briggs.
Maybe he was framed.
Well, that's what I thought at first, but he confessed. I know he didn't kill Shailene because I was there. I saw Badaway do it. Jimmy's the one who convinced me that it wasn't safe to testify.
You're not safe.
I'm calling Machado.
Don't. Look, half the bureau is on Badaway's payroll. You testify against him tomorrow, you're dead. You can't trust the feds.
When I signed on to protect you, I did my research. Machado's a good cop. A bit obsessed with Badaway, but he's not dirty.
So you think I trusted the wrong guy? Andrew told me everything that's happened is Machado's fault. But it's mine. And if I would have just stayed and testified like I was supposed to, none of this would have happened. Gemma would be alive, Andrew wouldn't have been shot, and Malcolm.
We didn't call Jimmy Kemper out of curiosity. Is this about Bridget?
I can't just sit back and watch anymore. I'm going to do what I should have done a long time ago. I'm gonna testify.
Solicitation and possession with intent. How many years you facing again?
You're FBI, right? But you have bigger fish to fry.
Oh, no. Don't play dumb with me, Miss Kelly. I know you were there that night.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Club Caged. The night of Shailene Briggs' murder. By the way, McCallie had a little party, and I have it on very good authority that you were in attendance. You saw something, right? That night? That made you flee? Hey. It's understandable, okay? Botaway's a very scary man. You ran, right? As far as what little money you had could take you? No? You stalled right out here in the Nevada border? Bridget? And you needed money, right? And some way to eat, some way to score. That's where the solicitation charge
Give me the recap. I want my lawyer.
A lawyer you can afford is not going to help you avoid jail time. Come on. Just tell me what happened. If you have what I need to put Botaway in jail, and I have a strong feeling you do, I will.
Maybe I'm safer behind bars.
Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but McCallie's got people on the inside. The only safe place for you, Bridget, is witness protection after you testify. And it's a whole new life. And if you pardon me, you look like you could use one. If you're not going to do it for yourself, then why don't you do it for Shailene? She was your friend, right? From what I understand, no? She looked out for you? I mean, the way I see it, it's time to repay the favor.
You can keep me safe. And put that monster away. I'll testify. I'll do it. I'll testify. I made a promise that I can't ignore anymore.
I'm sorry. It's just that I feel a certain responsibility for your safety. And I don't know how to help you with this.
That's okay. I think I know someone who can.
Hey, buddy. Hey. How you doing? Have to take a look at that suit?
I think it's probably a little out of your price range, officer. You happy now? Can I go?
Anything you want to tell me? No? Wow. Want to explain this? I know this place is connected, okay? The tarot cards, they're what? They're like markers, right? Like a claim check for something. You're gonna tell me everything you know about this place.
I don't have to talk
You want to get your hands on that money again? You do. You know, I've been following this case too long, with too little to show for it, so that a smug-faced punk like you get in my way. You're gonna tell me everything you know about this place? You're gonna tell me now. What do you know about the owner, huh? Remy Osterman? What do you know about him? Huh? About Botaway McCallie, huh? Yeah?
Check this out.
Somebody call the
Somebody call an ambulance.
Oh, my angel. You've come back to me.
No, I didn't come here to make up. Dad said I had to. Said after running away from you, I owed you an in-person apology. Besides, I want something. Okay. Look, Daddy's struggling at work. I mean, really, really struggling. And investors are freaking since Olivia split. He's having money problems, just trying to keep the company afloat. First, he sold the loft, and now I guess he's even selling the house in Palm Springs.
Oh, who cares? Palm Springs is for gays and old people.
Mom, we spent like every winter of my childhood there, and I really love that place.
Honey, I know it has its charm. But your father is setting himself up for disappointment if he thinks selling that property in this market is going to be enough to prop him up.
Apparently, it must be worth something. He's already got a buyer sniffing around. I snooped on Daddy's computer and I found an email inquiring about the land. It was some guy named Tobias Schecht or something.
Schecht?
Yeah, do you know him?
No, it's just an interesting name.
Anyways, I deleted the email before Daddy could read it. Daddy shouldn't have to give up anything else because of what we've done. And I want you to buy the property. That way the house can stay in the family.
Oh, Juliet, really?
I know you can afford it. You have my money, Tessa's money, and if I had to guess, you probably managed to get your hands on Mr. C's cut, too.
Well, how would I explain having that kind of money to buy that property?
Come up with a lie. You're really good at that.
Hey, Tim, I've been calling you.
And I've been avoiding you.
Listen, can we please just talk?
First you get me to invest in Martin Charles. Then you imply there's something fishy going on. I don't like being jerked around, Henry.
I know, and I'm sorry. I had no idea that there was something wrong with the fund when I convinced you to invest. Like an idiot, I thought I was doing you a favor. That's why, as soon as I got wind that something shady was going on, I brought you the proof.
I've been studying the contents of this drive, comparing this data with Martin Charles' public reporting. The fund's a scam. How'd you get your hands on this?
I overheard Andrew and Olivia talking. And when Andrew left me alone in his office, I went on his computer and I copied some files. Because I had a feeling that you would know what to do with it, Tim.
Well, you did the right thing. You realize once this fund is exposed, its investors are going to lose everything they put into it, me included. You know me, Henry. I hate to lose money.
Hey, Tim, what are you gonna do?
Don't worry, son. I'll do what's best.
I couldn't let him slip away without getting something solid. Look, I've never lost it like that before.
Yeah, Vic, way I see it, this wasn't an isolated incident.
Oh, come on.
In fact, I'd call it a pattern. Jimmy Kemper? That little jailhouse rough-up you had arranged? What? Didn't think I'd figure out that was you? Yeah, regional director knows all about it, too. She's the one who suggested I rush out here after you had your little photo op in front of the dry
Go ahead,
cleaners.
reassign me Torrance, all right? Just don't drop the ball on this. I know Eknith is connected to Finer Dry Cleaners, which means Bodaway is connected to them.
No, it doesn't. Eknath hasn't communicated with Bodaway in months. We had a wire on his phone. Thought we finally had a way into Bodaway's organization, but Bodaway cut Eknath loose after Eknath let Malcolm Ward escape. So whatever he was doing here in New York wasn't here on Bodaway's orders.
How long have you been sitting on this information?
I haven't been sitting on anything, Vic. Maybe you'd be in the loop if you'd been back in Wyoming doing your job instead of out here chasing another phantom witness.
If Eknith was cut loose, it doesn't mean he wasn't trying to kill.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter. It's not over, and it does matter.
It is over. Over. Hand over your badge and your gun.
Tobias Schicks?
Yes.
I'm Catherine Martin. Andrew got tied up at work. He sends his regrets.
Well, I was surprised to get such a speedy response to my inquiry, or such a personal one.
Oh, that is just the way my husband and I do business, Toby. May I call you Toby?
Yes. As you know, I am interested in your property in Palm Springs.
So tell me, Toby, what is your interest in the land?
Well, I've always wanted to build a vacation retreat, but most of the lots in Palm Springs are too close to town, or, quite frankly, too small.
You don't have to tell me.
Certainly, the house will have to be rebuilt from scratch, but in terms of sheer acreage, can't be beat. And there is something about the desert, don't you think?
Let's cut the crap, Toby.
Excuse me?
I know who you are. Tobias Schecht of Schecht Green Strategies. And you honestly expect me to believe that a big-time green energy investor is sniffing around desert property to buy a mid-century modern? I think that you are less interested in our land than in the massive quantities of energy-rich wind passing through it. You get your hands on our land, you stand to make a lot of money. Listen, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. I find wind turbines very sexy.
Well, you've got me, Mrs. Martin. But that doesn't change the fact that I still want your land. The question is, can we arrive at a mutually satisfying figure?
We can try.
Thanks for meeting with me, Agent Machado.
Yeah, why don't you call me Vic instead? Apparently, your husband's not the only one who's not happy with the way I do my job. I guess it's suspended today.
I'm genuinely sorry to hear that.
Protective detail was pulled. Apparently, Eknath was no longer working for Bodway, so my boss decided that you and your family were safe.
But you disagree.
Well, Bodway threw Eknath out of his organization, but what if Eknath was trying to kill Malcolm or your sister as a way to get back in his good graces? Or what if Eknath had an accomplice? They mistook you for Bridget once. I mean, there's no guarantee it couldn't happen again.
That's actually why I called you. What if we could use that to our advantage? Let me testify against Bodway. As my sister. I mean, think about it. She told you everything that she saw. You've been over her testimony. You tell me what to say, and I will say it.
Miss Martin, that's illegal. In fact, I'd have to invent a whole new class of perjury to describe what this is, but where is this coming from?
Bodway's hurt too many people. My sister may not have been willing to testify, but I am.
You'd be the one in Bodway's crosshairs, not your sister. I don't know that I could risk having any more blood on my hands.
My sister talked to me about you before she ran. She wondered why you were so driven to catch Bodway.
Started out just like any other case, but it changed when he murdered an informant of mine. Her name is Shailene.
Guess who Bodway asked for a private dance?
Rico the bouncer.
That's cute, Shay. Oh, I just keep thinking if I get in good with the boss, I could actually get a decent shift around here.
Bridget, he's dangerous, okay? I don't want you too close if he gets...
Of what?
Bridget, listen. Just be careful around him, okay?
Okay. So are you coming home tonight, or is this another night spent with Mr. Wonderful? You know, if he's so great, when do I get to actually meet him?
No, I'm not jinxing this one by talking about it, but if things go the way we want them to, I shouldn't have to keep him a secret much longer.
You were in love with her. It's written all over your face.
I promised Shailene that I would keep her safe. And I failed.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I think I'm finally getting the message, you know, punishing Botaway is not as important as keeping innocent people safe, so I'm sorry.
I used all the buzzwords: growth potential, structural optimization. Let them infer that the company will only do better without Olivia. Look, can we finish this in the morning? Thanks.
Rough day.
An understatement.
You have been through so much lately. The shooting, money troubles. I've been trying to think of ways to help. The Palm Springs property. Juliet told me that you're putting it on the market, and I would like to buy it. Direct sale. It'd save you the time and expense of going through an agent, and this way you can keep it in the family.
Tell me, what takes you from pleading poverty a few months ago to making a play for real estate?
You remember Aunt Miriam? Her estate finally cleared, and she left me everything. You know, it should be more than enough to buy the land outright.
How much are you willing to pay?
$3 million. Does that help you?
Nice try. The land's worth 3 times that, at least. Not to mention, we both know you've never done an altruistic thing in your life.
Okay, Andrew, you got me. I deliberately lowballed you.
Wouldn't have expected anything less.
I thought that you and Siobhan were teetotaling.
Well, today's an exception.
Would you make an exception for me? You were right. I did have ulterior motives. But this time they were pure.
Catherine, you are many things, but pure?
Well, by my standards. Julia just loves that house so much, I thought I could spare her from having to give it up. I am with you. That house is a pit. But the way that she spoke about it today, you know, I guess we never realized that it means so much to her. We did have some pretty good times in that place. Do you remember the spider?
You mean the tarantula?
Right, that thing must have been, what, like 6 inches? I was jumping up and down, Juliet was pulling her hair out, and you...
I got it out of the house, didn't I?
Oh, after chasing it around the bathroom for 6 hours. But you did get it out. Our hero. You always were our hero. And then after, to repay you, remember?
Catherine.
Is that a no?
It's a no to the kiss. But you make me a fair offer, I'll sell you the land.
I guess I'll leave you to your whiskey. I appreciate your time, Vic.
Okay, what if there's another way to keep you and your family safe? You trust me?
Excuse me?
I don't haven't exactly earned it. I just need to know.
Yeah, I do trust you.
Well, Botaway and his crew, they're going to be a threat to you and your family until they see your sister dead. So let's beat him to the punch. Let's kill Bridget.
Kill Bridget?
We dress you up to look like her. We shoot video of your dead body. We make it look like Bridget was killed in some drug deal gone bad in a flop house or something. We leak that footage, and the word gets around that she's dead. No one's gonna take the time to search for the body of a fugitive drug addict. So when no body surfaces, I mean, no one's even gonna bat an eye. You want to keep your family safe from Bottom. For good.
Hello? Juliet? Bridget? Siobhan? How is this possible? I keep asking myself, how did you do it? Back in Tahoe, you destroyed everything you touched. Your life. My life. But somehow, when you became me, you made it work. Andrew loves you. What do you have that I don't? But Henry's right. I need to move on. I need to forgive you. But I can't.
You're my lawyer, not my friend. I don't want your advice. Is 10 million is a high price to pay, but still compared to what I'm going to get back for it. Okay, look, just tell me, did you wire Andrew the money or not? Good. Look, I gotta go. I'm waiting check to close on the sale.
Hello.
Hi. Andrew, darling, what are you doing here?
Beating you to your own game, darling. Toby, thank you so much. I couldn't have done this without you.
Well, I owed you one, buddy. And besides, it was fun.
What have you done?
Juliet told me everything.
Daddy,
Juliet?
Siobhan gave me a deadline. She said either I tell you tonight or she'd tell you herself.
How you planned the fake rape with Carpenter, how you manipulated me into leading the charge against him, all so I'd have to settle and pay out when the case fell apart.
I'm so sorry. Please can you just say something? I mean, anything, please.
Juliet, I'm sorry. I just need a moment. You fleeced me. But the really twisted thing, you almost tore me and Juliet apart.
Daddy, I know you have every reason to blame me for what happened, but
Rest assured, when I set your punishment, it's going to make your last grounding feel like a holiday. I'm very disappointed in you, Juliet. But there was one thing left to unite us. How sick of you we are. We all had our part to play in getting my money back from you. It's a real family effort. By the way, the land's worth quite a bit less than what you paid. But who knows, the Palm Spring real estate market turns around, you could recoup your losses in a couple of decades.
You bastard.
And the last I checked, courts don't look too fondly on parents who use their daughters to commit fraud. Your days as a mother, they're over. You so much as come within a city block of Juliet, I'll have your parental rights stripped so fast your head will spin. Have a nice life, Catherine. Morning, Mr. Butler.
Detective Towers, what are you doing here?
We'd like you to come with us to the precinct. We have some questions to ask you.
About what?
The murder of Tyler Barrett.
Well, if I didn't know any better, I'd swear you're Bridget.
I think we were twins.
So I'm gonna have you lie on this. I know, Mrs. Martin, not exactly what you're used to. Oh, and I almost forgot the fun part. Fake blood.
The fun part. Hey, Solomon.
Just checking in. Wondering if you're still planning to testify.
No, actually, I've decided on a different plan. But I think this one is gonna keep me safe. You ready?
Yeah, just a second. Why don't you just go ahead and lie on that, face that way. Well, I think this battery's dead. Let me go change it out. Just make yourself comfortable. Damn it.
I didn't do it.
Yeah? If you didn't, who did? We got a tip linking you to the crime. Once we started looking, we found surveillance footage that puts you at the scene.
You have more questions? You can ask my lawyer. You ever heard of Hubble and Meyer?
They're a top-flight firm, Mr. Butler. But can you afford them?
Meyer's a good friend of my father-in-law's.
Well, then you might want to put a call into the public defender. Your father-in-law's the one who turned you in.
Yeah. What? No. That can't be right. Are you sure? Yeah, okay. All right, thanks. That was the coroner. He said Ekneth died exactly 2 weeks ago. That's a few days before Andrew was shot.
So if Ekneth didn't shoot Andrew, then...
Somebody else wanted you dead.
Get down!
Siobhan.
I don't know what else to do. Oh my God.
You've seen him before?
Hello, Siobhan. Give me the damn phone!
Mrs. Martin, who is he?
I don't know. He tried to kill me a few months ago.
Kill you, not Bridget. You're gonna tell me everything you know. Who's after you? Who wants you dead? Think someone's checking to see if the job's done? Yeah. Hello.